Good day, everyone. Today we're going to talk about DSM-5. What is DSM-5? The DSM-5, or the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, 5th edition, is a guide used by mental health professionals to diagnose mental health conditions. It organizes disorders into 20 main categories. These categories group similar types of mental health issues together to make diagnosing easier and more consistent. First, we have neurodevelopmental disorders. These are conditions that affect the development of the brain and nervous system, usually beginning in childhood. They can impact areas like learning, communication, behavior, and motor skills. Examples include autism, ADHD, and intellectual disabilities. Next, we have schizophrenia spectrum and other psychotic disorders. It involves problems with thinking, perception, and reality. People with these disorders may experience symptoms like hallucinations, hearing or seeing things that aren't there, delusions, false beliefs, or disorganized thinking. Schizophrenia is the most well-known disorder in this group, but there are other psychotic disorders with similar symptoms. Next, we have bipolar and related disorders. Bipolar and related disorders involve extreme mood swings. People with these disorders can experience periods of feeling very happy, energetic, and impulsive, called mania or hypomania, followed by periods of feeling very sad, hopeless, or tired, called depression. These mood changes can affect a person's behavior, energy levels, and ability to function normally in daily life. We also have depressive disorders. Depressive disorders are conditions where a person feels very sad, hopeless, or empty for a long time. This can make it hard to enjoy things, focus, or carry out everyday tasks. The most common type is major depression, where these feelings last for weeks or even months. People may also feel tired, have trouble sleeping, or experience changes in appetite. We also have anxiety disorders. Anxiety disorders involve excessive worry, fear, or nervousness that can interfere with daily life. People with anxiety disorders may feel anxious in situations where it's not typical, like meeting new people or speaking in public. Common types include generalized anxiety disorder, constant worry, social anxiety disorder, fear of social situations, and phobias, intense fear of specific things like spiders or heights. We also have obsessive, compulsive, and related disorders. It involves having unwanted thoughts or obsessions and feeling the need to do certain actions, compulsions, to feel better or prevent something bad from happening. For example, someone with OCD might constantly worry about germs and feel the need to wash their hands over and over. These behaviors can take up a lot of time and make everyday life difficult. Other related disorders include hair pulling or skin picking. Next, we have trauma and stressor related disorders. These are conditions that can develop after a person experiences or witnesses a traumatic or stressful event. The most well-known disorder in this category is PTSD, or post-traumatic stress disorder, where people may have flashbacks, nightmares, or feel constantly anxious after experiencing trauma. These disorders can make it hard to cope with everyday life and emotions after a difficult experience. We have dissociative disorders. Dissociative disorders involve a person feeling disconnected from their thoughts, feelings, or sense of identity. This can cause memory loss, feeling detached from reality, or having multiple identities. The most well-known dissociative disorder is dissociative identity disorder, or DID, where a person has two or more distinct personalities. These disorders are often linked to past trauma or stress. We also have somatic symptom and related disorders. Somatic symptom and related disorders are conditions where a person experiences physical symptoms like pain or fatigue that don't have a clear medical cause. Despite this, the symptoms feel very real and can cause significant distress or affect daily life. People with these disorders might worry excessively about their health, even when doctors can't find anything physically wrong. Feeding and eating disorders. Feeding and eating disorders involve unhealthy behaviors related to eating, such as extreme dieting, overeating, or an unhealthy focus on body weight. Common examples include anorexia, restricting food intake, bulimia, binge eating followed by purging, and binge eating disorder, eating large amounts of food uncontrollably. These disorders can seriously affect a person's physical and emotional health. Next, we have elimination disorders. Elimination disorders are conditions where a person has trouble with controlling their bladder or bowel movements. The most common examples are bedwetting or urinary incontinence and soiling, accidentally passing stool. These issues usually happen in children but can sometimes continue into adulthood. The problems are not caused by medical conditions but are related to developmental or emotional factors. Next, we have sleep-wake disorders. Sleep-wake disorders are conditions that affect how well a person sleeps or stays awake. This includes problems like insomnia, difficulty falling or staying asleep, sleep apnea, stopping breathing during sleep, or narcolepsy, falling asleep suddenly during the day. These disorders can lead to tiredness and difficulty functioning during the day. We also have sexual dysfunctions. Sexual dysfunctions are problems that affect a person's ability to enjoy or participate in sexual activity. This can include issues like erectile dysfunction, trouble getting or keeping an erection, low sexual desire, or pain during sex. These problems can cause stress or relationship issues, but they can often be treated with the right help. We also have gender dysphoria. Gender dysphoria is when a person feels a strong mismatch between their assigned gender at birth and the gender they feel they truly are. This can cause distress or discomfort as they may want to live as the gender they identify with, which might include changing their appearance or social role. Treatment often involves support, counseling, or transitioning to align with their gender identity. We also have disruptive im- impulse control and conduct disorders. Disruptive impulse control and conduct disorders involve problems with behavior and self control. People with these disorders may act aggressively, break rules, or have trouble managing their impulses. Examples include oppositional defiant disorder, frequent arguing and defiance, and conduct disorder, serious behavior problems like theft or violence. These behaviors can cause challenges at school, work, or in relationships. We also have substance related and addictive disorders. It involves problems with the use of substances like alcohol, drugs, or nicotine, and behaviors like gambling. People with these disorders may have strong urges to use or engage in these behaviors, even when it harms their health, relationships, or daily life. Addiction can lead to dependence, where a person feels they can't function without the substance or activity. We have neurocognitive disorders. Neurocognitive disorders are conditions that affect brain function, leading to problems with memory, thinking, and decision making. These disorders often occur as people age and can include conditions like Alzheimer's disease and dementia, where a person may forget things, struggle with everyday tasks, or have trouble recognizing people. Bruce Willis has been diagnosed with a form of neurocognitive disorder in 2022. His family revealed that he has aphasia, a condition that affects speech and language skills, often caused by brain damage. Later, it was confirmed that he was also diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia, or FTD, a type of neurocognitive disorder that can cause memory loss, difficulty with speech, and changes in behavior. This condition typically affects the front and side parts of the brain and can lead to challenges in communication and social interactions. We also have personality disorders. Personality disorders are conditions where a person's thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are very different from what is considered normal in their culture. These patterns are long lasting and can cause problems in relationships and daily life. There are different types like borderline personality disorder, intense emotions, and unstable relationships, or antisocial personality disorder, disregard for others' rights. People with personality disorder may have difficulty coping with stress or relating to others. We also have paraphilic disorders. Paraphilic disorders are conditions where a person experiences intense sexual urges or behaviors that are considered unusual or harmful to themselves or others. These urges often focus on objects, situations, or individuals that are not typically associated with sexual attraction, such as non consenting individuals or inappropriate scenarios. When these behaviors lead to distress or harm, they are considered disorders and treatment may be needed to manage them. And finally, Other mental disorders. Other mental disorders include various mental health conditions that don't fit into the specific categories listed in the DSM-5, but still affect a person's well-being. These disorders might be rare or have symptoms that don't match the more common diagnosis. They can include things like tics or involuntary movement or sounds, hoarding disorder, or other unusual conditions that still require attention and care. Understanding mental health disorders is crucial in promoting awareness, empathy, and proper care. By learning about these conditions, we can break down stigma, support those affected, and foster a more inclusive environment. Let's continue to prioritize mental health and work together to create a world where everyone can seek the help they need without judgment. Thank you so much for watching and taking the time to learn with me today. Your attention and interest mean a lot, and I hope this information helps raise awareness and foster understanding. If you have any questions or thoughts, feel free to reach out. Once again, thank you and take care. God bless.